Good morning, I'm Ferdy Salvador, and welcome to Industry Beacon, where we shine a light on the trailblazers, the disruptors, the titans of industry shaping our future. We're not just talking about success stories, we're diving deep into their hearts and minds to see what drives them. Today's episode, we'll be traveling in style. Emirates has been boosting its presence here in the Philippines, starting with more frequent flights. The airline also continues to provide a premium experience for its passengers as it moves to keep its reputation for luxury and top-notch service. Emirates has been in the Philippines for over 3 decades now, and let's see how it plans to move and add more wings to the Philippine market. We are now joined by Emirates Country Manager Saeed Miran. Saeed Miran, good morning and welcome to Industry Beacon.
Good morning, Ferdy, and thank you for having us
Thank
today.
you very much for joining us. So there's a lot of talk about Emirates, and first things first, what distinguishes Emirates as a luxury airline?
Emirates promised the passengers to fly better, so we try to always keep up to that promise with the in-flight service that we give, with our entertainment system, a winning award entertainment system, our regional inspired menus, and by services on board with our cabin crew. We try to deliver that and make the passenger travel exceptional.
And of course, there's a lot of major airlines around the world. What compares your service versus theirs?
As I mentioned, our crew on board, the service offered by our crew, our menus that are regionally customized by regions, and being done by world-winning chefs, a team that we have in Dubai, the entertainment system that we have, which have more than 6,500 channels.
Wow.
Then it's being served on all the classes, economy, business, and first class.
You can't finish all of those channels in one flight, even if it's ultra long haul.
That's why we need you to have more than one flight to keep on working more.
But you know what, Emirates, I'm proud because every time I fly with you, there's always one Filipina on board. How many countries do these flight attendants and crew represent? I'm sure it's more than 60 around the world.
We have more than 100.
100 countries?
Yes, and also we have in our group more than 700 Filipinos working for us.
Wow.
Yes.
And here, of course, I have to ask, is the Philippines one of your more important business hubs in Southeast Asia?
It is one of our important stations and hubs in the Far East.
Is it still growing?
It is growing and the demand is still growing.
Let's talk about demand. I was going to ask you this question. However, in the past, it's harder to get an economy class seat because obviously people are looking for a good deal. But in Emirates, it's the other way around. It's harder to book premium travel such as business and first class. Why is that so?
We are the only airline currently operating a first class suite out of Manila. Mm-hmm. And post-pandemic, we started to see that the trend from the Filipino passenger changed, where now there are more premium demand and premium travelers out of Manila and out of Philippines in general. So we started to see this demand, and we try to cater to this.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, of course, you and I don't have the statistics at the moment, but that's an indication of, economic growth. Obviously, if people are demanding or business people are demanding a more premium way of traveling to get from point A to point B, that's a good indication. Do you think you have more business related travel or more leisure?
I would say the mix is fairly enough between them, but we started to see a growth in the business travels into Philippines and out of Philippines. So the business class mixture started to get more, I would say, complicated by trying to see, is it a leisure? Is it a business? Is it a family traveling on a vacation? And now after the pandemic, we start to see more families actually are willing to travel in business class than the usual trend in the economy as a group.
Wow, that's really interesting. How many destinations do you have in the Philippines?
We currently have 26 flights out of Manila, Cebu, and Clark per week.
Wow. And why did you choose Cebu and Clark? I mean, that's an unusual...
we saw that the demand is there.
Yes.
And we always adapt and fill the gaps where the demand is there, and we cater to our passengers.
So easier connectivity. As I was doing my research, Emirates is not only one of those airlines that cater to just direct flights. You are a connectivity hub. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
So is that the main bulk of the Emirates business?
See, today we connect the east to the west. And with Dubai as our hub, main hub, and Dubai International Airport, which is one of the world, I would say, world top airports in the world currently, and the busiest, we try to connect these passengers and give them the best experience, either if they were departing or arriving or connecting from east to west. So we try to give them the service that we are promising them always and trying to give them an exceptional customer experience in all touch points.
Yes, with 26 flights in and out of Manila, your Philippine team must be a very, very busy team.
We are a busy team, but I have a great team also.
Oh, wow. Okay. So tell me, it's a few years after the pandemic. I would say that, the revenge travel is done. But do you feel like people are traveling more now because, not because they're doing revenge travel, but now because of Emirates' connectivity? Is that part of the experience, the business experience?
We fly more than 140 destinations, more than 78 countries. But if you count our interline agreements, our code share, our interrail model deals that we can connect you to 1,700 major cities worldwide in more than 100 countries. So that's why we have been able to connect the East and the West.
Interesting. So since you've got such a heavy passenger load day in and day out, any plans of introducing new aircrafts into the market anytime soon, perhaps this year or maybe next year?
We have the retrofit program of our Airbus 380 and the Boeing 777. Also, we have in our future orders more than 310 aircrafts.
Wow. So that puts you on, one of the biggest airlines in the world. I know, based on my research, the two biggest airlines in terms of aircraft are two American airlines, right? So that puts you definitely in the top 5. Why did you guys decide with this retrofit? Is it, just for competition? What's
It's a $2 billion investment that we did in 2022. And we started this to ensure that we are up to the expectation of our customers, which is always changing. And we wanted to retrofit the aircraft for a refreshed interiors and a new seat configuration to keep our game up.
Okay, so what's the new seat configuration, if you don't mind me asking?
You should wait for it.
Oh, it's a surprise.
Yes.
I like that. I like surprises. But talking about that, of course, retrofitting, there's a lot of I wouldn't say wastage, but of course, what are those seats going to be, what are they gonna use those old seats for, or the old cabins? Does Emirates have a sustainability program?
We have a focus on sustainability. Actually, we were the first airline in the world to operate an A380 flight with a test flight with a sustainable aviation fuel, SAF. And also, we have 3 main pillars for us. It's consume reasonably, and then emission efficiency, and the wildlife, preservation of wildlife.
Tell me about that.
So we have been sponsoring the Dubai Desert Conservation.
Conservation.
I
was going to make a mistake as well.
Yes, the conservation for the past 20 years.
Yes.
And also we invested in a top-of-art routing and planning system that's state-of-art, actually, that give us the best emissions and fuel consumption for our flights. And if we'll come to the consume reasonably, we have a lot of things that are on board and amenities that get recycled.
Such as?
The plates, the bowls of the food, as the forks, and this, all of them are an enclosed recycle loop.
Well, based on my experience on those flights, I mean, there's not a lot of plastic use based on my experience. Yes. So I guess in the sustainability part, those are washed and then reused again. Yes. Okay, some airlines, they use recyclables so that the weight is lighter for the aircraft, right? But I'm glad that you, as in your company, are thinking about using porcelain and steel for your passengers. Number one, it's more premium in my point of view, and number two, you're saving the planet. So I guess in that aspect, while Emirates is, yes, true enough, fly better. What about other sustainability projects you guys have?
We are currently investing a lot. Emirates, one of the few airlines or one of the airlines that pledged $200 million for the sustainable programs worldwide for the innovation in this. And we have been also working on a lot of recycled products and amenities on board. One of them were the pajamas that are being given, the seats covers,
Yes.
and all of these, the blankets from recycled materials. So
We'll get back to that, Saeed. At this point, we're taking a quick break. Industry Beacon will be right back. Stay with us. And we're back. You're still watching Industry Beacon. Let's continue our discussion with Emirates Philippines country head Saeed Miran. So Saeed, you've been in the country, well, Emirates has been operating in the country for 3 decades now. What's in the pipeline? Anything exciting that your avid Philippine passengers can look forward to?
You know, we have been in the Philippines for more than 34 years, and we have always trying to meet the expectation and deliver our promise of flying better. And that's what we will keep on focusing on. And what we have been doing great for the past decades, we will keep focusing on doing it for the future. And what we can promise the market here, that good things are coming.
Nice. You know, I've been watching the ads of Penelope Cruz, and you guys are championing her as your airline ambassador. So tell me, anything more exciting the next couple of decades or next couple of 5 years, aside from the retrofit that Emirates is going to be offering?
As I mentioned, we have the retrofit program, and also Emirates have been rolling out our new retail concept.
Ooh,
Emirates
what's
World.
that? Tell me.
It's the Emirates World. The first retail have been opened in Dubai, and we are rolling it out to our network. And it's going to be a state of art and a game changer in the retail and the travel retail industry.
Wow, I can't wait for that. Anything retail rings the bell in my ears. What about other things that we can look forward to Emirates? What about online booking? I know you guys have one of the best actually online bookings, and it's easy to navigate. Any updates on that?
I would say we are working on a couple of points to make our customer experience easier and more favorable. But as of now, we will say just keep monitoring the news and you will hear some good news.
Yes, I like that. You were talking about pajamas before we took a break. Yeah. That's sustainable. I can't wait to try them. So tell me about that. Other airlines don't actually offer that. Why did you decide as an airline to give pajamas to premium flyers?
You know, today what we are doing is always trying to exceed the customer expectation and to deliver this luxury service that we are well known for, and we are proud that we are well known for it. So that's what we are trying to do, thinking outside of the box and delivering things that have not been done before in the industry, as what we did with the 380, the shower on board. Before that, no one thought of it.
I actually have videos of that, the 380. I'm quite excited to share it with our viewers, actually. I just took a flight recently, and wow, what an experience it was.
Thank you.
I hope you get the 380s in the country, though.
Hopefully.
Really? What can we do to get these aircrafts here?
I mean, we are working hand in hand with the entities in Philippines.
Yes.
To try to see the possibility of operating an A380.
Talking about, aside from sustainability, I noticed something on board before we were landing. You support a children's program. What is that?
We have the Emirates Foundation, which recently also we had an aircraft with the new library of Emirates Foundation, which is doing charity worldwide.
And what kind of charity would you be able to
enumerate? If you can go to the website of Emirates Foundation, you will find a lot of what you have been doing and covering worldwide.
Nice, 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 nice. Well, I can't wait to get back on your aircrafts. I'm sure you're always in your aircraft. You probably don't want to be in an aircraft anytime soon.
It's always enjoyable to be on Emirates.
It quite is. But also on the ground, it's also enjoyable with you guys because you always have an annual golf event. It's super cool.
Thank you.
And of course, I need to know how much platinum and gold members do you have in the Philippines?
To be honest, I don't have the number off top of my mind, but the numbers are growing.
Well, that's a good indication also of economic growth in the Philippines.
Yes.
But I hope you expand your network here in the Philippines aside from Clark, Cebu, and Manila.
You never know what the future keeps for us, And we just say, as I said, keep watching the news and we will see what happens.
I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Any words for our viewers?
I mean, I would like to thank you, Freddie, for giving us the chance to be part of your program and be here today. Thank you very much and hope you enjoy your next flight.
I definitely will. But you know what? Our viewers also ask. There's a lot of avid avionics geeks out there like me, right? And of course, we're also going to be always watching out for what you have, okay? And that is for today's show. I'm Ferdy Salvador. Catch Billionaire News Channel on Free TV, Channel 31, and on cable via Cignal Channel 24. Thanks for watching the Billionaire News Channel. Always on top. Have a happy weekend, everyone.